Eye on the Movies with Corey Brunish, an Oregon perspective on Hollywood, the pictures, and the people.
Matthew Broderick has starred in hit movies like War Games and not-so-hit movies like Lady Hawk, but he got his start in a big way by winning Broadway's most coveted award, the Tony, for his performance in the first play of an intended trilogy by Neil Simon, Brighton Beach Memoirs. Broderick's latest film is Ferris Bueller's Day Off, about a young man, Ferris Bueller, who one beautiful spring morning decides to take a day off from high school. Recently in Los Angeles, I spoke with Matthew, son of director Patricia and actor James Broderick, about his career. Given your parentage, was it assumed that you would go into acting?
No, it was never assumed, but since I was pretty little, I always kind of wanted to be an actor or some kind of performer. And I guess I exhibited some of the characteristics of actors when I was a little kid. I was very liked to make people laugh. I clowned around a lot in school, you know, and I even got sent home sometimes.
You had a brief athletic career.
Yeah, very brief. I used to, you know, I still do. I was never a real good athlete, but I used to do it a lot. I played soccer in high school and baseball, and I hurt my knee very badly when I was 15, and I had an operation which kind of benched me, and that's when I started acting in high school. But I had wanted to before that. I just was always kind of scared. But then when I didn't have the sports to do either, I really couldn't be scared anymore. I had to try it.
Now, in both the Neil Simon plays, you talk directly to the audience. And now in this movie, you do as well. Is that a coincidence?
Yeah, it is. Unless it's just some strange characteristic of mine that makes me do that. I don't know. It's very
talk to the audience.
Okay. It's very different talking to a camera than an audience, you know. An audience laughs and reacts to you, and cameras just kind of sit there, except for the operators, you know. And there he is. It feels a little weird talking to a machine, you know. You feel a little crazy at first. But when I got used to it, I enjoyed that part of the film a lot.
What do you do on this set when what the director is telling you is not jiving with what you want to do or what you feel is right? How do you handle that?
Well, that's the hard part. That's when it gets bad. Fortunately, that didn't happen too much in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. When it happens, all you can do is say, you know, he is the director. You try it, you know, and if it doesn't work, usually it's clear to him that what he's saying is not working for you either, and you just got to work it out. The two of you just have to find somewhere that he'll get what he wants and you'll be able to do it. Because some things that a director wants, you're just not capable of doing well because they don't fit with you.
Does it take a lot of time? Do you feel kind of guilty using up time talking about it since films are so expensive? Or
well, that's the problem with films and anything that's really commercial and costs a lot. You can get too wanting to, you know, everybody rushing you and, you know, do it this way, do it, you know, fast and funny and whatever. But it's the most important thing in the film. I mean, it's whatever fight you have on the set or whatever time you wasted, it's better to have that than to have a lousy movie. I mean, nobody goes to see a movie because they hear that there was no tension on the set, you know, or oh that movie came in on time. Let's go see that one. You know, it's just that's not the priority really.
You have a very charming persona. One feels like there isn't a villainous bone in your body. Does that bother you?
It's fine. You'll all learn. I definitely do have villainous bones in my body. I haven't used them. Well, this rib here is a very nasty rib. My head is my bone head. I sometimes feel like there's a lot of sides of my personality that I've not been able to use in films, which I would very much like to use. I'd like to not have to be so lovable pretty soon. I'm going a little crazy with that.
So you're saving that up, kind of looking forward to it?
Yeah, I'd like to let that out.
Keeping your eyes peeled for some scripts? Anything on the horizon?
Well, there's a Rambo Part 3, which Stallone is talking about not doing, and I'm kind of up for that. We're having meetings.
Speaking of Part 3, will you be involved in the third portion of the Neil Simon trilogy?
No, I won't. I'm not doing that one. John Silverman, who did the film version of Brighton Beach, which will be coming out soon, is going to be doing the third play as well.
On stage?
Yeah.
And speaking of stage versus screen, it seems to me, as an observer, that theater has become more of an intimate art form. The houses are smaller, you know, the thrust staging, they're miking the voices, and so you can get away with a whisper.
Yeah.
Are the art forms becoming more similar as a performer?
That's an interesting idea. I hadn't really thought of that. That even if there's mics there, it feels entirely different. I mean, just the fact that you do the whole play, you know, not little pieces of it, and that there's an audience, it's just an entirely different feeling. They may become a little more similar as, you know, because people get used to, I mean, now people writing plays 50 years ago hadn't seen so much TV, and, you know, it was sort of more of a first generation thing maybe. Now, you know, a lot of writers have seen just an endless number of movies and television, and I guess that affects the way plays are being written.
Besides the Rambo prospect, which is coming up, seriously now, what do you think you'll be doing next? And is there a future John Hughes collaboration?
There's nothing planned. I'm taking some time off now, which is nice because I have not had a break where I didn't have a job coming, where I wasn't kind of in the back of my mind having this script for about 6 years, I realized. So,
which is a large portion of your life.
Yeah, it's a good percentage. So, I mean, not that large, but so I'm very looking forward to this little bit of time. I'm going to take some time off, see what happens.
Well, it looks like a great movie. Congratulations.
I hope so. Thank you.
On later editions of Eye on the Movies, we'll meet Broderick's co-stars Mia Sara, who recently appeared in Legend, Jennifer Grey, daughter of Oscar winner Joel Grey, and the writer, director, and producer of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, John Hughes. Keeping an eye on the movies, I'm Corey Brunish.